The call came a little after midnight. "Sir, this is County General Hospital. Your daughter's been admitted. Broken nose, mild concussion. She says the sheriff's boy did it." The nurse's tone was cautious, like she was choosing every word as if it might explode. I froze mid-count, my hands hovering above the register. Outside, the gas pumps hummed under the white glare of the canopy lights. The desert wind scraped dust against the glass door. When I got there, she was sitting on the edge of the hospital bed, face bruised, one eye swollen shut. "He laughed," she whispered. "Said nobody would believe me." An hour later, the sheriff walked in, boots echoing down the hallway like gunfire. He didn't look at her. He looked at me. "Boys fight," he said coldly. "Yours should learn when to walk away." Then he smiled, that smug, practiced smile that said he'd already won. That smile felt like the click of a safety coming off. I told myself to stay calm, that I'd left that part of me behind, in the sand, in the heat, in the missions no one was supposed to talk about. But every time I saw her flinch, every time I caught her staring at nothing, shaking, something inside me shifted. The next morning the sheriff came by my station. "Listen," he said, leaning against his truck. "Don't stir up trouble. My boy's got a future. Let it go." Then he laughed, the same cruel echo of his son. I didn't answer, just nodded. But my mind was already moving. For 3 nights I watched, learned his routes, his habits, his shortcuts. He thought he owned this town, and maybe he did. Until now. By the 4th night I knew everything. The cameras, the blind spots, the places deputies never bothered to check. That evening he stumbled out of the bar, dragging some girl by the wrist while his friends roared with laughter. When they left, he took the back trail through the woods behind the old mill, the place where the road ends and even echoes don't come back. I waited, listened, then walked home. Slept for the first time in weeks. 3 days later the sheriff walked into my shop. Face pale, eyes hollow. "My son's missing," he said quietly. "You hear anything?" "He was last seen at the mill," I replied. He stared at me like he was trying to read something written just behind my eyes. "You used to be military, right?" "People say a lot of things," I said. He nodded once, left his coffee untouched, and walked out. That night, I went to the shed behind my house. His phone was still in the drawer, next to the pair of dog tags I swore I'd never touch again. One was mine. The other was his. Not a trophy. A truth. Proof that balance still exists if someone's willing to carry the weight. A week passed before the sheriff returned. No badge this time. Just a man hollowed out, broken. "You know something," he rasped. I looked up. "What makes you think that?" "Because you're calm," he said. "Too calm." I smiled slightly. "Your son hurt my daughter," I said. "I taught her to survive. You taught him he could do anything and walk away." He froze. His lips trembled but no sound came. "You raised him to believe consequences were for other people," I said quietly. "I raised her to understand monsters bleed." He stepped back. I didn't threaten him. Didn't confess. He already knew. And that was enough. They called off the search after 2 weeks. Said maybe he ran off drugs, bad company, who knows. The sheriff resigned soon after. Sold the house. Left town. Left the badge that once made him untouchable. My daughter healed mostly. Smiles returned, but behind her eyes, something stayed broken. Sometimes I sit outside the station at night, watching the road vanish into the dark trees. Thinking about how easy it is to disappear out there. How silence can bury a man deeper than any grave. I'm not proud. I'm not sorry either. Some men are built for wars. Others are built to end them quietly. And I've learned some justice doesn't wear a badge. It waits in the dark, patient and precise. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Subscribe to Cheating Stories Insight World for more stories that reveal what really happens when power meets pain.